that CIA took out a bunch of birds?
Yeah, the CIA took out pretty much all the real birds and replaced them with robotic surveillance birds that's been surveilling on the U.S. citizens since the 70s.
Okay.
And I guess Nixon was one of the people warning. Well, not one of the people warning about it, but was the one that ramped up this surveillance program. They have a fake quote from him. Here, let me read it real quick. We need a way to keep an eye on the American citizens without them knowing. It was imperative. For their own safety, of course. We hired only the best. It took years. We designed, built, tested, failed. We persisted. Eventually, over decades, we had it. A fleet of covert technological surveillance devices unlike anything the world's ever seen. We called them birds. Richard Nixon, 1978.
I mean, is there a possibility that that quote is real and obviously the birds is a reference to like some technology that was built there at that time?
I never heard
some sort of surveillance planes or something.
Around this time, the 1978, if Nixon was giving this, it said this, it would be during the Frost Nixon interviews because that was taped that was premiered in 1978. I don't remember him ever saying that during the interview.
This is after he's out of office, right?
Yeah, this is way after he's out of office.
Yeah.
I don't remember him saying that, and I don't think something as ridiculous as birds.
Yeah, I was just thinking like if it was a reference to some military technology, you know.
Yeah.
You're right, the timeline doesn't match up.
Yeah, so I think it's just something this guy created. This is very clever. This is very clever.
It is. Listen to this. It says, essentially, you know, they acknowledge, these writers that are writing this column here acknowledge that it is satire. It's meant to hold a mirror up to America at a time when like conspiracies are vast and abundant online, even as ridiculous as they get. You know, birds aren't real is just like a satire of that.
Right.
But it does say, for now though, this shallow conspiracy seems harmless and may even be a net gain for birds. Jordan Rudder, the director of public relations at American Bird Conservancy, thinks that the intricate history behind Mickendall, the kid who created this movement, is hilarious and thus something positive. Anything that gets people talking about birds is a good thing. It's definitely a way we can start a conversation.
Yeah. This part of the show is holding up the topic of the show is holding up a mirror to people and saying like, "Hey, you're going a little bit too fucking far." And apparently, this kid has done a real clever way. And like even with the store, the shirts and the hats and stuff, it's like I'm buying one. I'm buying one, especially the one we both laughed at. The bird watching goes both ways. Birds are real. That's a clever shirt. Oh man, yeah, bravo kid, bravo.
So did you ever see these posters in Chicago? Because apparently they popped up in like a year and a half ago.
No, I haven't seen
it. It says birds aren't real, wake up Chicago, and it's got a picture of a pigeon, it's got a equals government surveillance drones, birdsaren'treal.com.
No, I haven't seen it. I really haven't seen these around Chicago. Man, let me see if I can find a photo.
Yeah.
There's some YouTube videos of it. There's
it's
one.
It's just a poster.
Yeah. There's one, a band telling, it's on YouTube, Birds Aren't Real. Search Birds Aren't Real 1987. Looks like a total 1980s fucking infomercial type commercial. The ex-CIA agent confirming bird drone surveillance. Television interview with the movement representative in 2019 with a big ass billboard that says birds aren't real.
Mickendall, a self-described full-time activist who lives in Memphis, Tennessee, said the campaign is an awareness movement and that hopes to achieve public unity through the disbelief in avian beings. We want to spread knowledge that has not been previously known, Mickendall said. And he does go on to say, McKinnon says that Chicago is the most active Bird Brigade chapter by the number of followers on social media. He suspects there are a lot of passionate activists in Chicago. And this get posted is only on Instagram. It says, "Dear America, Chicago will not be silenced. We stand as one, a city unified by one thing, a hatred towards birds. This beautiful city will not be destroyed by an invasion of government surveillance drones." They call themselves the BAR movement. Will become common knowledge. Our grandchildren will learn about us in school. Now is the time to stand up, print out flyers, and help us spread the awareness. Love, Zach, Bird Brigade chapter leader of Chicago. You gotta reach out to this kid.
Yeah, I'm gonna just see if I can get an interview with him.
DePaul freshman who was studying computer programming. So this was in middle of 2018. So he's probably still in Chicago.
Yeah, you probably had to send him home because they closed DePaul in the dorm. So, but yeah, I'll reach out to him, see if we can get an interview with him, see if he come on the show, talk more about birds aren't real. Oh man, this is so clever. This is really clever. I really enjoy it.
He said we get a surprising amount of hate mail with people asking if I've ever dissected a bird. They tell me birds are totally real.
Well, I don't know. Shit, with all this information you give me, like, I really don't know. Oh, shit. Like, yeah, especially spying on us and watching us sleep. No wonder your cat keeps going crazy.
Right. When he's looking out the window, he's not looking at birds, he's looking at drones.
Yeah. He's been trying to tell you, warn you, like, putting his paw down on the computer, trying to type out drones. But can't spell. Oh, man. This is...
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, going back to the holding up a mirror to society, it just sort of, shows the absurdity in this, like, post-truth world we live in now.
Yeah.
Where if something becomes trending online and it looks real enough, people might buy into it.
Yep.
I mean, all the stuff that... I just saw a news report on MSNBC the other day talking about all the conspiracies that are going around surrounding the coronavirus. Or I guess, like, claims were being made that 5G was causing coronavirus. 5G, the cellular network, was causing coronavirus.
Wow.
Like, this was legitimately being shared. Like, videos were being shared online on Facebook and on Instagram and stuff. So,
Yep.
It doesn't end.
Yep. Don't pay to be stupid. Apparently, if it's on the internet, you feel like king. But yeah, check this out. Go to Instagram, Birds Aren't Real. Take a look, have some fun. Go to birdsaren'treal.com. Buy the merch. Support them. This is really funny. This really is. Then I had to bring it up because it was just so goddamn ridiculous. I thought it was real for a second. Then doing research, it was like, oh god, okay, this is a joke. Okay.
I'd like to see if he's like doing something political behind it, though.
Yeah.
If he's taking the proceeds from it and like doing something for, bringing truth back to modern day society. I don't know. Interesting though.
Yeah, it really is. All right, let's move on to something a little bit more ridiculous, a little bit more.
Yeah, as if it can get more ridiculous than that. Right?
If you listen to our podcast, last year we talked about, did we really land on the moon? Which, if any other answer that you came up with is other than yes, I'm going to punch you in the face if I see you. But we touched a little bit on this. Now, I figure we go a little bit farther. The flat earthers. flat Earth conspiracy. There's a bunch of people out here that believe the Earth is flat. Despite all the evidence proving that it's not flat, it is round. But there's still people out here that believe that the Earth is flat. Hell, there's coming up a flat Earth cruise.
Yeah, so apparently in 2020, obviously this was posted before all this started happening with coronavirus, but apparently someone leaked out either a fake or real.
I think it's real.
Tell.
I think it was real. There's a real cruise.
Advertisement for a cruise for flat earthers, a flat Earth cruise, as they say, in 2020.
Yep. Which I'm still trying to figure out how would that work. Did you get to the edge of the Earth and fall off?
No, they pull up to the edge, they have a look around, take a few photos, and they come back.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, personally,
What do you not get about that, Nick?
I would
go
like
to the edge and come back.
No, I'll just go to the edge and fall off.
No, man, they're too smart. These people are too smart.
Oh yeah, they are. And it's just, like they're so ahead of the curve. It's ridiculous.
They're playing 4D chess while we're playing checkers.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, he's so smart. But this conspiracy theory is not that recent. I mean, since the beginning of time, like during the Bronze Age and the Iron Age, they thought that the Earth was flat, and even they comes up with the rumor that we were taught. I don't know if you were taught this in school, but we were taught that when Christopher Columbus sailed for the New World, that he was the first one to give the theory that the Earth is round, which is a fucking lie, of course, along with a multitude of lies that was told about Christopher Columbus. But we had been forced down our throats when we were younger in school. No, he wasn't. There was other philosophers and other
Astronomers. Copernicus.
Yes, who said that the Earth is round.
Actually, Copernicus said that the Earth was not at the center of the solar system.
Yeah, that was one. And there was other philosophers that said that the Earth is not flat. The Earth is round. Mm-hmm. But, like...
So, I mean, during the Bronze Age, or prior to, if you want to say society believed that the Earth might be flat, I would say, okay, they didn't have telescopes, they didn't have scientific knowledge that we've had since the 6th century on.
Right.
So
this is like newer, and not the constraints held down to you by the religions, whether it's Eastern religions or Western religions, the early Christian church, Buddhist religions that believed that the Earth was flat. More technological advances made, more the more thinking that was being done, the more it was proven that the Earth is round and not at the center of the universe.
Are you saying there are certain religions or religious texts that make a claim like this?
Yeah, the early Christian church made that claim.
That the Earth was flat?
That the Earth was flat, yes.
Or that the Earth was in the middle of the solar system?
Both. The Earth was flat and in the middle of the solar system.
The Catholic Church got something wrong?
Yeah. Unbelievable. They're usually right on the dot. All the time. But they got this wrong.
Oh, man.
So, yeah.
They broke their perfect streak.
Exactly, yeah. I don't know if they came out and admitted that the Earth is round, but yeah, early Catholic Christian thinking that the Earth is flat. Yeah. Wow. The Catholic Church was wrong. Christians were wrong.
All right, so the theory started back then.
Yes.
And why does it persist now?
Multitude of reasons. Pseudoscientific belief, rebelling against what they feel is rebelling against the status quo. Here's a couple of people like that, modern flat earthers like John Jasper, an American slave turned prolific preacher. He echoed a sentiment from a friend of his, William Carpenter, who was originally from England, in his famous sermon